Goran Dragic. Let's give you a little update on this. So Goran Dragic did this interview with Sportsnet, which is big in Canada.
Toronto.
Yeah, big in Toronto. Canada. And so he said he's apologizing to Toronto. Okay, he wants to, he wants them all to know he's adorable and that he's not this monster who just hates the Raptors. So Gogi, he said, my message basically to all Toronto fans is I would like to apologize. It didn't come out the right way. I know they love their team. They should be proud. It's one of the best organizations in the NBA. They've won a championship and I didn't. So what I said was not really appropriate. Okay. He says it was at the center of the city and the journalists were there and I was asked about Toronto and it was basically taken out of context. I told them that I spent 7 years in Miami and that I would have preferred a destination for me because my family is there and everything is not in Toronto. So he says, listen, it was translated and I think I would like it. This is the Raptors GM. He says, Bobby Webster, who says, listen, it was translated. I would like to get it directly from him to see what he meant. But I think that if we're just going to talk about all the issues, obviously we want to be competitive. We have a core, all that type of stuff. That's great. Gogi then goes on to say about the news of the trade. I cannot lie. Of course it was sad. I don't like sad, Gogi. First of all, I spent 7 years in Miami. The second thing is I have 2 kids and a family in Miami. So if you have to move to a different city, you basically need to start over, find a school and everything. It's been hard. It hurts. It hurts because I didn't mean it to end like that. It's not easy receiving all these messages from the fans and everything. That's why I wanted to explain myself. Listen.
Yeah.
Gogi.
Look,
you don't got to explain anything, all right?
Here. I don't know.
Don't waste your energy on these ingrate Raptors fans.
Here's what I would say. Get over yourself because he was being honest. Like, hey, I just left Miami. I got a family and everything down there. And if I was going to get traded somewhere, Toronto wouldn't have been my first choice. Who wants to pick up their family and move to another country?
Right.
Not let alone a country that ain't letting a whole bunch of folks in.
Right. Yeah.
So, like, I get it. I get it. Like, it's no disrespect. He shouldn't feel bad about saying what he said. It has nothing, what he said had nothing to do with basketball, but everything to do with having to move his family
I bet
and having to live in another city.
I bet it felt very similar to when the Raptors traded DeMar DeRozan to San Antonio. I'm sure that wasn't his first choice to go to San Antonio, and he was traded for Kawhi Leonard and then watches his franchise win a championship. I'm sure that felt terrible for DeMar DeRozan.
Wait. Should we relive the fact that everybody was wondering whether Kawhi was going to even show up?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I remember that.
Which that was his own Kawhi way of saying, not my first choice. I got to play some things out here. Is that not an accurate assessment? So because a guy says it out loud, don't hold it against him. Don't like when you thinking, hey, I'm leaving Miami, I'm getting ready to get traded, right? Even though, in fairness to Toronto, this deal was in the makings long before Gogi got traded.
Yeah.
And so, when they picked, and Gogi had to know when they picked up that option what that meant.
Of course. There's no way that Goran Dragic thought the Heat were picking up his $20 million option after his year last year and thought that, I'm staying with Miami. Right. And I think in a lot of ways for Miami, that's kind of their parting gift. Like, they were like, listen, we're not keeping you, but you get $20 million this year.
Right.
It's pretty good.
Hey, you know what they say? More than we gave D-Wade.
Goran was asked, what is it going to happen if you end up staying in Toronto? He says, I'm a bit older. I have a lot of experience. I always know how to deal with the locker room and be a leader. Van Vliet is one of the best point guards in the league. He showed me last year, so it'll be a privilege to play alongside him. At this, my job at this stage of my career is to be there for the young players and give advice and everything to try and make the game easy for them. I've always been a professional. You can ask a bunch of people everywhere I've played, wherever I'm going to play. I'm going to be a professional and do my job. I love basketball. I love to play. I'm going to give 100% wherever I play. Right now I'm with Toronto, and that's what the main thing is about. You know what, Riley?
Hey,
let's keep the main thing the main thing.
It sound like he dusting off that UD chair in Toronto.
Whoa, dude. -1, bro.
That's
minus
the way he
one.
made it sound.
No, that's not what he said. That's not what he said. That's not what he said. -1. That's not what he said. Okay.
Right now, I'm focusing on being a leader, helping the young guys.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said. That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
Who's sitting in the UD chair in Toronto?
-1. Stop calling it the UD chair.
-1.
That's the
for
biggest
Sass.
sign of respect.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Marcos and Mike.
That's the biggest sign of respect.
No, it's not.
That every team has a chair.
That you're naming a chair after Udonis has them? That's a sign of respect?
It's like Jackie Robinson Day.
Dude,
everybody.
I'm going to jump through this screen right now, and I'm going to take a baseball bat to your head, Jackie Robinson style.
It is though. It's San Antonio. They got the UD
-1.
-1.
Kendrick Perkins is reporting that Ben Simmons is he confirms a lot of the reports that he's not returning calls to the 76ers, and even says Ben Simmons is so hurt by the Sixers, he's willing to not show up to 76ers training camp until he is traded. He is willing to hold out.
He hasn't showed up anyway. So he didn't show up last year either.
You know, it's funny. They may trade Moses Moody for Ben Simmons because he may go to, because apparently there's the big talk is the Warriors are split on whether or not they should trade for Ben Simmons, how he would work with Draymond and all that type of stuff. I'd tell him to take a hike. If I'm the Warriors, I'm getting back Klay Thompson. What do I want Ben Simmons for? No thanks. I'll pass. Ben Simmons.
And you have enough ball handlers. Right?
Yeah, I'm not into that move.
And especially you're going to bring in a guy who is only a ball handler.
I'm not into that move. I mean, honestly, the move I'm worried about is I'm worried if Portland finally gets to the point where they trade Dame, I'm worried that they would trade Dame for him.
No way.
I would hate that.
Dame
if I was a Portland fan, I would hate that. But if that's the best you can do.
No.
If that's the best you can do. I'm just saying.
If you're Portland, you would consider trading Damian Lillard for
Ben Simmons?
For Ben Simmons?
Man. That'd be tough. It'd be tough to swallow as a Blazers fan.
Dude, right now, I wouldn't trade Ben Simmons for Mario Chalmers.
Wow, really?
Well, at least Mario could shoot.
So you're saying right now, give me a ring. Give me a ring. Hey, what's up, three-headed monsters in the Big Three League? This is the Philadelphia 76ers. Look, we want to make a little trade ski league to league. What do you guys think about Ben Simmons for Mario Chalmers?
Click.
Oh, man. Well,
dude,
look.
Here. There's two requirements in basketball. Well, more than two. But two of the main ones, if you're a point guard. Dribble and shoot. Right? You have some guys who are defenders. You have some guys who are D and 3 guys. I get that. But besides the dribble handoff guy, everybody got him. The dribble handoff guy, he don't never shoot. How many point guards are? Even Rondo won a championship making threes. Rondo!
I don't want to talk about that one. That one hurt.
Rondo!
That one hurt too bad. All right. Look, speaking of the phones, Leroy, I've been working this whole tampering thing, okay? And I've got some new info on where things stand with the Heat and tampering charges with the NBA.
You're saying it with the like it's not as close, open and shut as you thought it was.
I'm gonna bring it to you next. All right. I want to bring this bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, clear eyes, full hearts can't lose this new info to you. I don't know, man. By the way, speaking of which, Luka Doncic, speaking of the Goran Dragic thing, he came out because they had this giant press conference, the Mavericks, where it was Mark Cuban, everybody going over to Slovenia to go see him, and they were asked about Goran Dragic possibly joining, and Luka says, I don't know if we can say that. I don't want to get fined by the NBA. Everybody's very sensitive with the tampering right now, Leroy.
Especially that team.
Oh yeah, especially them, especially with them ratting on the Heat, because you know that was the case. I mean, we don't even need to guess what happened.
So
there.
you got to give us the scoop.
Hold on, all right, I'll get to it in a second. This took some work on my part, okay? And
Dude, I hate when you tease me.
Why?
I'm your boy.
Why? Don't do that. Don't be like, oh, I hate when I tease you and all that type of stuff. It's not like that. And this took some real hard work, not exactly legal. But I like to work on the outskirts of journalism, because I'm kind of like I'm a journalist, but I'm not really a journalist. You call me fugazi, silly sauce journalist. You want me to go see? This is the thing. The crew here on the show and all of our listeners, they want me to go in these press conferences. They want me to make whale sounds at Jimmy Butler. I can't act like a professional around you guys because you're like, oh, if you act like a professional, you sound like Billie Eilish. And I'm trying to get answers here, people. And Leroy's like, how do you think I ask questions?
Jimmy,
I don't sound like that. I don't sound like that. And then you made fun of me because Bam called me a real one, and I just said he had a great game, and I didn't like that.
He said you're a real good game.
Good game. What's wrong with saying that? Just polite.
Appreciate it, man. Good game.
Just random good game. He wasn't even playing a game.
He did have a game.
It was after practice.
No, it was after a game, dude. It was after a game, and he had a good game.
Appreciate it, man.
Good game. A little pat in the butt. So I've done some diving, right? And been doing some sourcing to try and get to the bottom of this whole tampering or whatever they're called, jumping the gun case with the league office and the Miami Heat, because I want to know I don't want to not have Kyle Lowry here. I mean, we just, Goran's off in Slovenia crying, we made this whole deal. Kyle Lowry's already had his intro press conference. And by the way, it is interesting that they haven't given out his number yet, because do you think that they're trying to convince him to take something other than number 7, because they want to retire Goran's jersey, right? That's what they want to do. So are they telling Kyle Lowry, hey, can we pick something else? Can we go with something else, Kyle, please? And Kyle's like, nope.
We don't have to do it now.
They don't have to do it now, but they've already announced the numbers for P.J. Tucker and Markieff Morris. So
no, but I'm saying they don't have to retire it now.
They don't have to retire it now. They don't have to. But what if Kyle Lowry comes here and he wins 2 championships, and then who gets the rights to number 7?
Hey man, them's the breaks. You don't retire a jersey till the guy's done. That's how it goes.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
You can't retire. Because you don't want. Wait. See, here's your thinking, and here's why you're a jackass. You like Gogi so much.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
You want to retire it now because you don't want nobody else to shine in it, because then Gogi might not be able to get it retired.
It's not that. I'm just nervous. Nervous.
About what?
I don't know. I don't want people to forget him.
Look here. If you believe a guy is Heat culture and he's a Heat guy, a Heat lifer, whoever wears that number don't matter. No matter what he does, he ain't Gogi. So what's the problem?
El Burre tweets and texts in that I'm the cause of the Heat tampering charges. I'm not the cause of the Heat tampering charges. Knock that off, okay? I just asked
they also blame it on us and said we the ones that told Twitch to assemble and go attack other stations.
We just wanted Man Campbell talk from Detroit. That's all. Now you guys have gone rogue.
Guess what? You know who else is on there? WEI.
Oh my God! Can we just hit them up with design something, bruh?
Wait until football season starts. We got to get us a schedule.
So anyway, did some investigative journalism, and I was able to obtain the phone call that Adam Silver made to Pat Riley to investigate this whole tampering charge. And look, I may get in trouble, we're the Heat flagship, I understand, but journalism comes first. And that's the school I went to. That's what I would be doing my alma mater just up the road, Barry University, and my broadcast journalism degree. I would be doing it great. Is it broadcast journalism or broadcast communications? Let's just call it broadcast journalism in this case. I would be doing that degree a disservice, Leroy, if I didn't put journalist in front of showman. And so here is exclusive audio obtained by 790 The Ticket of Adam Silver's call to the Miami Heat and Pat Riley.
Tobin, before I play this, I previewed this sound, and this is legit, man. This is
man.
I still don't know how you got this audio, bro.
Listen, let's just roll with it, and we'll deal with the cons. I'm a big ask for forgiveness guy.
Gotcha.
Let's just roll with the punches here.
Pat Riley here.
Pat, what's going on, man? It's Adam Silver. Good to talk to you.
I'm not all, goosebumply and fuzzy-haired.
Look, man, the reason I'm calling is, we're getting some complaints from other owners in the league about, you guys getting Kyle Lowry, they're crying about tampering. I'm not going to say any names, but let's just say his name rhymes with Schmark Mubin. They're upset. He made the cap space, Pat. Didn't even have a chance to get a pitch in at Kyle Lowry.
I think everybody needs to get a grip.
I'm looking at a real bind here, Pat. People want things to happen. They say you're up to your old tricks again.
No more smiling faces with hidden agendas.
Doesn't help that, Lonzo Ball, that deal happened as well. I got reporters tweeting things out before the deadline even starts.
Well, I wouldn't have ever tweeted out something like that.
No, of course not. I don't expect it to. The kids these days, they're out there. They love to trend the tickety-talk and all that type of stuff.
You want to trend something? I'm pissed.
Tell me about it, Riles. Less shams bombs, more sham wow, am I right? Speaking of sham wow, we really got to clean this up, man. I mean, this could be a real obstacle going forward.
There's no obstacles. Well, there are tons of them, but there are none.
I don't know what the hell you just said, but really, what do you think I should do to fix this? Great. We'll just we'll knock you a couple second rounders, call it a day. Maybe a little bit of a fine, put you in the tax.
That threshold. The tax threshold.
Mickey's good for it. Thanks for the talk, PR. Give my love to Andy. Wow. That was crazy. So we just broke news. Couple second rounders and a fine.
I don't know what's more ridiculous. You being the basketball commissioner or you finding the cuts to answer every question.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's a texter writes in, man, that Adam Silver sounds familiar. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know. Just the commish.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Somebody send that into Ira. Let him know. A couple second round picks and a little fine.
Somebody said, no, that's Shaddam Silver. Oh, gosh. That's what I was thinking. That boy 207. How long did that take? I mean, come on. It had to take a while.
It was like a good 45-minute-er. I had it in my, people always ask how long things take. A lot of this stuff is like, well, how much does it come, like I think about it throughout the day. And then when I actually lay down and do it, like 45 minutes, I don't know, something like that. If I did do anything, because that's a legit phone call. I mean, that took a long time to get.
Worth it.
Oh, my goodness.
DJ Chris, I really thought that he had the audio. Do you know what would happen if I actually had, if I really had the audio between Adam Silver and Pat Riley? I would have Bernie coming in here clotheslining me to get that call.
Point for Tobin!
Oh, man. Bad minute to buy you. I was expecting real news. You did. Couple picks. That does seem like Riley's negotiation, though. Like, if it really was the call, like, don't you expect him just being like, oh, Cuban, wah. What do you want to do, Adam? Take a couple second rounders from me? Go ahead. Got me. Ooh. Somebody says Riley.
Oh, my goodness. Here's what's funny. You ready? Guess who 670 has on? Ozzie Guillen. And so everybody from Miami is twitching in the chat. We miss you, Ozzie. Like, and these clowns probably think it's people from Chicago.
Probably.
Oh gosh. That was some of your better work.
Dade Saff says the bald security guy would destroy Tobin if he had that sound. Oh, I would be in a rear naked choke right now. Somebody would be putting me to sleep. Shh.